6 a.m. we're on the road. You're riding shotgun, no tackle. Shout so loud, radio's up, we face this side. Waste our time on these gas sides again. And my God, Christmas is your favorite song. Waste our time on these gas sides again. Feel your lips on my skin, touching hands, listening to all the things that no one did and all that happened when I was a kid. Feel your lips on my skin, touching hands, listening to all the things that no one did and all that happened when I was a kid. Shout so loud, radio's up, face this sound. Waste our time on these gas sides again. And my God, kiss me to your favorite song. Waste our time on these gas sides again. Waste our time. Waste our time.
We're Nothing Rhymes with Orange, and this is The Scene.
Nothing Rhymes with Orange, thanks so much for coming down to the studio today to do our first ever session. First off, can we just tell us a little bit about the band and your history and who you are?
I'm Louis, I'm the drummer. I play drums, basically. That's it. I'm Sam, I play bass and a little bit of guitar every now and again.
I'm Eli, and I sing and play guitar.
And I'm Finn, and I play guitar.
Yeah, so we're Nothing Rhymes with Orange. We started in secondary school. We sort of had like mates and mutual friends. We were never close friends with each other throughout secondary school, but like we had sort of mutual friends. They all got us together in a room, and yeah, we got a Battle of the Bands was our first gig. Finn just came in one day. It's like we got a gig. We had no songs written or anything. We had a gig. Kind of just got more and more serious there because like we had to write songs for it. And then people started singing them back to us, and we were like, "Oh, we like this. Let's get some more and more." And we just, it's just grown since then. Yeah.
Awesome. So you recently moved from your hometown now to Bristol for uni. How is that going for you guys, and like changing your writing process and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, to be fair,
It was a big jump. We moved from a little town called Devizes, where the music scene is
Non-existent.
a blues pub.
Yeah, you could say it's non-existent. There's definitely music there. It's just there's not much of it, and it's quite sort of one-directional.
A lot of folk bands.
Yeah, but I think it was great to start there because we sold some gigs and it was great fun. But then it kind of got to the end of sixth form, we had to move to uni and stuff. So we all now live in Bristol, which is like the hub of all culture and music and like everything. So it's got a lot of opportunities there. Like we're doing Dot to Dot festival there this summer, which is going to be sick. And I think. Yeah, it's definitely affected our writing as well, being in a big city.
100%. Even if it means coming back here to get back in the old mindset sometimes. That's happened as well. But yeah, it's a big difference. Big difference in pretty much every single way.
Yeah. Are you lot living together as well? Or?
Yeah.
Well, all three of them but me, because I'm the youngest. But we're all moving in together in July. We've all got a house together.
Yeah, which is going to be pretty insane. Yeah. But yeah, the flat's been insane so far. But it's working, and it's like we're playing a lot, gigging a lot. We could practice more, but we all,
We'll get there.
It's all fun.
Yeah. Like, is it giving you a wider range of influences being down there now?
100%.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I think like
sitting with each other and listening to each other's music all the time.
there was a like sort of time where we were all unemployed and looking for jobs for like the first month. We moved to uni because we just needed money, but we didn't have a job, so we all just kind of sat in our living room and watched live sets, just like so many live sets of different bands and different festivals, and like I think that was a big one like at the start, and I think since then we just been listening to loads of music. Being in music uni, all of us as well, is like, you know, there's so many influences just about you. You like lecturers will tell you about something, like your mate will tell you about something. It's everywhere.
So what's your course like then? Are you all on the same course, or are you on slightly different tracks?
So all of us perform, and Louis solely performs. Me and Finn do performance and a bit of production, and Eli does songwriting and production. So we kind of all do something similar, a little bit.
Yeah, we've all got one thing in common, but for our different disciplines.
Yeah.
So it's like me and Sam are doing guitar, Lou's doing drums, and Eli's doing vocals.
Before I was there, I still do a bit, but I was knackering my voice out.
Yes.
Yeah, they sort of tell you how to look after it and stuff, like just sort of technical stuff they tell you, and how to like look after yourself and practice and warm up and warm down and all that stuff. So yeah, it does. Yeah, it is good. And I think a thing that gets you a better musician and that makes you a better musician is listening to more music. And we all have done that like quite a lot since being here. there's two. We did 2 released and 1 unreleased. So the 2 release, Cat's Eyes is I think that's the first we wrote out of those 3.
Yeah.
So that was like, it's just sort of about a festival. We'd all been to a festival together. We sort of wrote it about driving back and looking back on the festival and how the experience was, because it was a pretty mad festival. Yeah. It was great fun, but it's just about a relationship experience in a festival. And then Spine is our latest release. Yeah. So that's out on everything. That's sort of a bit of a unrequited love story. You know, they're all love stories really, most of our songs. But yeah, that one's sort of about like, you know, loving someone, blessing someone, and it's not received back, and the pain it causes. Yeah. We want it to still be happy. Yeah. So we can't have everyone crying. Yeah. But so we'd like try and make it loud and angry and The
last songs we cry.
Yeah, the last songs we cry. Yeah. So that's called Sheer Water, and a new one. That's quite a sad story. Just like, you know, casual breakup song.
Musically, it seems more mature as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we wrote that one a lot more methodically, thinking about where bits go a bit more than just standing and playing a song and going, that sounds good.
It was kind of after we'd recorded the songs here and taken a few notes from how songs should be structured rather than just verse, chorus.
When we started, you can listen through on our Spotify. Yeah. You can hear like the songs from the very start. And like the songs now, it's just sort of the more music we've listened to and the more we've played, we've kind of evolved, I think, from what we originally were. And now we like hate all the old ones. And it's kind of the classic thing. Yeah. I hate all the old songs and love the new ones. But we definitely, we changed though. I think we always are. You know, especially being in Bristol. Yeah.
Is the switch between the bass and guitar going to be more common for you two? Or?
In the set at the moment, I'd say in a half an hour set, it's like 40-60%, 50-50. Yeah. It's like we've got a couple of other songs where I play guitar. It's kind of just however it gets written, it's how it gets performed. Yeah. And also there's a couple of songs now we've been writing, spoiler alert, that have had a bit of more piano-based stuff involved in them and things. So I'm the pianist in the band, so it's like you just kind of cater to the needs of the song and what suits it best.
So what have you all been listening to at the moment?
First.
Oh dear. I've accidentally got into a band called Knocked Loose, who is hated by everybody but me.
Nah, I like Knocked Loose.
And that is a heck of a lot of shouting and noise. But I also listen to like a lot of indie and a lot of pop punk as well, which is hated by everyone. So yeah, that's pretty much me.
I see you do your pop punk covers.
Yeah.
Me and Louis met neck deep. It was so funny. We were just walking back from a gig. We don't listen to him as much as Finn, so we didn't really realise who it was. We were just like, and we were like, they were like, oh yeah, we're neck deep. And then we just showed them our song. Like they were like drunk and we were drunk, so it was just like a funny conversation. And then we just went on our way.
They're like my favourite band ever, and I've had 5 chances to see them and 5 chances to meet them and missed every one.
got back into the Stone Roses a lot recently, and the Smiths as well, and all that kind of old jangly guitar stuff.
Yeah.
The Replacements, they're really cool. Listen to a lot of that. Just stuff, particularly guitar-driven stuff, based off the fact that we've had a couple of these new songs like Shearwater that have revolved around that kind of style a lot more. And it's just really good music, and I like it. So yeah,
I was gonna say Fontaine's, but it's gonna take things. One I've recently started listening to is War on Drugs.
Yeah.
I think I like the drums, and like quite a lot of the songs are not simple, but like just in the pocket. I think I take quite a lot of inspiration from those drums in our songs. So I'd say that's probably up there.
Underrated album or underrated artist that everyone should be listening to.
We go on one each again? Or?
Yeah, we have to go on each.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
'cause
Funny story about
we're
this
sat there and
question.
argue.
Yeah.
We read the question sheet, and I think I've been thinking about this like since you sent it.
Yeah.
We had like a general deep
Yeah.
discussion
Where were we
about
sitting?
it. I don't know.
We're sitting in,
Oh, we were in a chicken shop called Rooster. Shout out Roosters, best chicken in Bristol.
and we
We had like
read
an
through the
hour-long
questions.
discussion about
And Sam's
like.
sitting there going, what album? What do I choose?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go one
I'm
each.
lost. I'm lost because I'm
couldn't even
going to
think.
decide on the spot.
We all have like very different music tastes, so
Yeah.
like we can't really decide on one. If I think a big one for all of us, like we all listen to, I know we all have it in common, is Headache. So there's a producer called Vegan, and he made sort of like an album with like just sort of AI narrative the whole time. I don't think it is AI. I think
He
it's his
wrote,
friend. Or
the,
something.
he wrote the poems and then got an AI
Yeah.
to voice
Yeah.
the poems.
But we
That's
all
it's
listen to
spoken
that, and it's like not. I'd say it's quite underrated, but I think it's quite a niche sort of type of
Yeah,
music.
It just
so-
sounds like Ben
It's
Whishaw
musicians' music.
speaking
Yeah.
in your ear.
Yeah.
Music.
Men's Needs, Women's Needs, Whatever by the Cribs.
Yeah.
That's a massively underrated album. I think compared to a lot of the other stuff at the time, it was quite different. I mean, like, I love all the other stuff. The Arctic Monkeys is my favourite band ever, but I think the album's definitely up there with them all. But yeah, that's mine.
I don't even have one. I literally couldn't. I can't even think.
Okay, mine's an album called Gangster of Love by Super American. Just, it does like everything in one album, but then they just whine over it in a pop punk voice, which is cool in my mind, but nobody else's. You know, what can you do? But yeah, that's for me, massively underrated album.
There's one that my dad showed me. For
Yeah.
me, I don't know how he found him, but he just like was like, oh, have you heard of this garage artist? They're called 1-800-Girls. They do sort of if you heard Overmonitor, it's similar to that, but not very like
Bristol.
yeah, they're not very
I think
big.
they're a Radio 6 like spotlight at the moment.
Yeah.
How does performing in a session like this compare to performing live for you guys?
Less movement.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Normally when we
Yeah.
play, I'll like run around.
Yeah, we're having a fight.
Yeah.
I haven't been kissed by Finn yet. They've all been kissed by
I've
Finn
made it
on
round
stage.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
not
next.
quite got there yet.
I think I'll always be a gig person at heart, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat a gig. It's just like outrageous compared to everything else, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about much other than playing right, and you can just have fun. But
It wasn't that different though, to be fair.
it was quite, as studio sessions go,
We got
it's
an
probably the
audience.
closest.
So finally, what does some of it like?
You know, we got a couple of festivals. We got we're playing Dot to Dot in Bristol outside Mr. Wolves, which will be really fun because that's a regular for us. And we're doing one called Camper Coolin and 110 Above, so we got a couple of festivals. And then in autumn we got some of our own shows, so you know, stay tuned. Look at the Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks for having us.